The first step onto the career ladder has always been the most crucial. But today, that step is crumbling. Entry-level positions, the traditional launchpad for graduates, are disappearing at an alarming rate. We are witnessing a convergence of forces: artificial intelligence, global political instability, and profound economic uncertainty, creating what some analysts are calling a job-pocalypse. This isn't just a market fluctuation, it's a fundamental restructuring. If the bottom rung of the ladder is gone, what does that mean for the very architecture of our careers and the future of work itself? The numbers paint a stark picture. Job openings for new graduates have plummeted to historic lows. Recent data from leading job platforms indicates a drop of nearly 1/3 in such vacancies in just the past year. Meanwhile, university enrollment continues to rise. The result? An unprecedented squeeze. More and more qualified individuals chasing fewer and fewer opportunities. For the first time on record, unemployment among graduates now surpasses the overall national rate. This isn't a temporary gap, it's a widening chasm at the very foundation of the workforce. Why are companies pulling back? The reasons are a complex mix of caution and technological speculation. In a volatile economy, forecasting is difficult, and capital is king. Hiring freezes, especially for roles seen as non-essential in the short term, have become a default risk management strategy. But this pause has now lasted for years, creating a dangerous long-term problem. As one CEO starkly put it, if you don't hire people right now, the company will cease to exist in 15 years. We are risking a future with a void of mid-level talent, forcing the over-promotion of existing staff and breaking the essential pipeline that sustains organizational knowledge and leadership. Artificial intelligence looms large over this crisis. The decline in entry-level jobs is happening 3 times faster than for senior positions. Companies are in a state of experimentation, waiting to see if AI can automate the traditional tasks of junior employees: the data analysis, the document review, the foundational, drudge work. In fields like law and accounting, AI tools can potentially handle 80% of a junior professional's workload. But this raises a critical question: are we merely eliminating drudgery, or are we discarding the essential training ground where foundational skills and critical thinking are forged? The fear is that in cutting costs today, we are severing the very roots of future expertise. Consider the legal profession, a sector on the front line of this transformation. Firms are deploying in-house AI tools to handle the commoditized work that once trained new lawyers. The promise is to move highly smart, highly skilled trainees further up the value chain faster. However, this requires a radical rethinking of training itself. The danger is a cognitive offload, where human judgment atrophies. The solution lies not in replacing the human, but in augmenting them. The new critical skill becomes prompt engineering, the ability to communicate complex ideas to an AI effectively. The message to employees is shifting from reassurance to a call for adaptability, with an acknowledgement that some jobs will disappear, and the future map is still being drawn. So, what is the way forward? With the traditional model broken, we are being forced to look backward for inspiration. Some are re-examining the medieval concept of apprenticeships. In this potential future, companies, unable to immediately monetize junior skills, might take on trainees in exchange for a fee, a modernized version of paying a master craftsman. Alternatively, we might see the return of indentured training, where a company invests in skills development in return for a guaranteed period of service. It's a profound paradox that to solve these hyper-modern problems, we may need to reach into the history books, adapting ancient models of learning and mentorship for a digital world. The job-pocalypse is not an end, but a violent transition. The disappearance of entry-level jobs is a symptom of a deeper shift. The education system is struggling to equip graduates with the critical thinking and adaptability needed for this new landscape. A degree from a top institution remains a valuable asset, but it is no longer a guaranteed ticket. The responsibility is now shared. Companies must recognize their long-term imperative to cultivate talent pipelines, and individuals must embrace lifelong learning and flexibility. The latter isn't just being removed, it's being redesigned. Our task is to learn how to climb all over again.